going on, YouTube? Fun as always. So religion doesn't own morals, part 3. We're totally gonna finish it on this one. We're gonna go to a 20-minute format, so be patient. So here we go. All right. So we left off on. Well, we're doing the Jesus thing.
We did the Jesus thing. We did the thing. So I guess what it comes down to is, listen, you asked for it to be stronger.
Did you stir it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, fuck, I could light this thing on fire. I could car bomb a mosque with this.
What? I'm Irish. We make our drinks strong because we like to avoid all of our family shit.
I'm Irish, too.
Yeah, your last name is Irish. That's about it. We're not giving last names, by the way. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
Okay, so
we're on the whole.
We're getting off track of the point we're trying to get at.
So what is your point? Let me ask you. Point made right now. What is it?
That religion is not the source of morals.
Okay.
And that when political groups such as conservatives use religion as a hammer, they lose people like me.
But don't you think they gain more people than they lose?
That's correct, because the
more religious
non-religious
people in
in this country, I'll go with country, are seriously outnumbered by the people who are religious.
So let me ask you this. The politicians who are losing you when they use God, correct?
Well, not as much the politicians as...
I think of politicians as businessmen.
You think of Ben Shapiro. I know you don't know who he is. He's a YouTube guy.
I was going to be offended
Tucker
for about
Carlson.
5 seconds. Tucker Carlson, I know who he is.
Well, these are people who tend... Whenever... Oh, and Steven Crowder. All right, Steven Crowder, you wouldn't know him. He is... I love watching him. I love what he does. But when it comes down to abortion, all of his common sense goes right out the window.
What does he say about abortion?
It's wrong. It's immoral. He loses his whole argument. Normally he's a poignant guy. Gets too emotional in it, and it's like you can tell that he's falling into the same rhetoric that he's been taught his whole life. Now,
but don't you think he truly believes what he's saying?
I think it's programmed.
Okay.
I don't think we have as much free will as you believe.
So you think that we've been programmed by our parents?
By our parents, by TV, by
so what you're telling me
by our
is
friends, by
this
everything.
Generation coming up is going to be programmed quite
differently.
I was going to say a lot of their programming is going to come from social media, if that's how you feel about it.
And a lot of social media is liberal.
Yeah, but I don't even mean that. I mean, true, like, I don't really pay attention to, like, Facebook ads and stuff like that, or political posts. You're the one, but once you start watching political posts on YouTube, on Facebook, or whatever, you get all of that stuff. All of that stuff comes at you like a freight train.
Yeah,
as soon as you click on it, they're like, "Oh, Chris so and
so." That's why I don't believe in the whole YouTube thing of that they're suppressing conservatives, because my trending, my feed, if I watch Steven Crowder,
right,
my next 12 videos come up as him.
Right.
If I watch Tucker Carlson, same thing. I don't get.
Instagram's the same way.
I am actually constantly going through my feed, like looking for things that are against my opinion, right? Like the flat Earth.
That's a subject for you.
Okay, like pro flat Earth videos to listen to their perspective. I think that they're another video, another video. another video on that one because I'll go on for okay.
That's gonna be our mixed nuts video.
5-parter.
No, I am not doing a 5-parter on flat Earth. We can settle that in 15 minutes. All right, this is round. End of debate. Okay.
Your boobs are round too.
Yeah, but they're real and they're spectacular.
Yes, they
and
are.
nobody's arguing if they're flat, because if you start arguing if they're flat, we're gonna have
They
some.
are not flat at all. They're great.
It's funny because this is not how he is off camera. We might have to do a lot more videos.
Oh Jesus.
Anyway, it's that
All right.
the cheap vodka's getting to me.
But that's when
Anyway.
they lose me. Okay, when I watched Steven Crowder, I enjoyed him until that point, and then I realized that he had a bias, a giant bias. That
Okay,
he
but
wasn't-
just because
wasn't
he
willing-
doesn't sit the way you do doesn't make
It's
him a
not
bad.
that. It's not that.
person.
And I wish, and later when we're doing more of these, I'll be able to pick out like particular videos, and we'll figure out to put them in the corner or something.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
can show
Or
you,
you can link.
particular clips that are like, okay, this is where he lost me.
Okay.
And it was
link
that
to
he,
those.
because he likes to do these things where he sits down in a public place and asks people to change his mind. You know?
Okay. Isn't that like that one you showed me? They were like, blah, 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 is my opinion, changed my mind.
Yes, that's him. That's him.
Oh,
him.
that's Steven Crowder,
Steven
the one
Crowder,
that was
yes.
outside of the
Yeah.
colleges.
Yeah, he's a comedian and it's well researched, but it seems
I
like
like him.
everything goes out the window when you start talking about that topic.
Okay, but he maybe has a very personal reason for that. Have you ever delved into see?
I mean, that's
Maybe
possible. I mean,
why
I'm too far away from when I saw what I'm talking about to remember.
Right, but just keep in mind that typically if somebody is that emotional about a subject, it is for great personal reasons.
But-
you have personal reasons for certain subjects. We both do. But it is...
Okay, but right here, you're the one that's pro-abortion, and I'm against it.
I am not pro-abortion thinking, well, if you get pregnant, just keep doing it. I know people who did...
Use it
6,
as birth
7,
control.
8 abortions as birth
It's
control,
disgusting.
and I think that's disgusting. I'm sorry. You can be on birth control. You can get the shot. You can get an IUD.
I think we should do an abortion video.
Yeah.
Because if I get into my actual opinions, like I have my opinion of when a baby is a person.
Right.
Right. If I take my personal feelings out of my decision.
Okay.
My opinion of when a baby is actually a person is pretty radical.
Okay. I think
Right.
you've told me this, but also I come.
But we're gonna move on from
Yes,
that.
we'll
that
move on
part.
from
So,
abortion. That'll
you
be
know,
different. But anyway,
but does religion own morals? Do you think that morals came from religion?
no. I think religion came out of people's need to believe in something. And a lot of people need to believe in something. And I'm not saying that I don't. I'm a spiritual person. I hope there's an afterlife. I believe that it's on a different plane than anything anybody talks about. I don't think it's God in heaven.
Why do you think that you need that?
I don't think that I need it, and I don't necessarily feel like I'm going to see all of my dead relatives that I love, like my mom or
Okay.
whatever, after the fact. I just feel like my energy is going to move on to something else. That's kind of where I sit with it.
But,
and I
you
know
know,
you think that's
Well, people
ridiculous.
say that all the time, that when you die and there's a certain, like you lose 11 grams or 21 grams or whatever it is.
It's 21 grams, correct.
And that the energy
think.
leaves your body, and energy cannot be destroyed, and that is true.
Right.
Energy cannot be destroyed, and there's a certain amount of, electrical properties inside of your body, and certainly inside of your brain.
I almost feel like it's a different plane.
But, you can't take, if you take a bottle of water and you dump it in the ocean, are you ever going to get that exact same bottle of water back?
No, of course not. It's
No.
diluted now.
Yeah, it's diluted. It's never going to be recognizable as what it was.
I'm not saying I'm going to be recognizable as a human being. That's not what I mean. I just
But
mean that energy
you f-
is going...
You feel you're going to
Elsewhere.
retain some amount of consciousness?
No, probably not.
Well, I mean, then I can agree with you that your energy will leave your body and be returned to the universe. Just like
Exactly.
the molecules in your body will be rearranged and redesigned and turned into a tree.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say, we're going to die and I'm going to see you in the afterlife and we're going to be together
Because I
forever.
really hope this ends when we die.
I'd say he wasn't going to get laid for a while, but we both know that
really
only
doesn't
punishes
work
me.
with me.
Anyway.
And guys, you know, if
That's
you're bitching about your woman not putting out, try not putting out for a while. It works really well.
No, it really doesn't, guys. Don't
They're
do that.
way hornier than we are.
What? If
are.
you actually give your woman some attention, rub her back or something, I bet you she'll be all over you. Anyway, we're going to do that video another time.
With the actual, like...
How to please your woman and how to please your man or something
Oh, okay,
along
so you
those
should
lines.
definitely put that down into description. So,
But anyway, my point is the energy goes somewhere. I don't believe that it just goes into another being and I'm going to be on the planet. Yay! Again. Or whatever. Bless you.
wow.
I just think
Third video.
I just think it's.
I tried so hard to hold that one back. It was not going to happen. You know,
I just think it's gonna go elsewhere.
Oh, I didn't have a tissue.
That's all right. I've had worse
Yeah.
fluids.
So, and by the way, you know, I'm not wearing pants.
I'm not wearing panties.
Yes, she is. She's a fucking liar.
I'm not. But I ain't gonna show you because that would just be very disrespectful.
We'll figure that out later. You do know there's a good chance your kids are going to eventually watch this.
I don't care.
Yeah, you do.
I only mention panties. I've said worse in person to them.
All right. So
anyway,
we need to. Where are we time wise?
Oh, we have 8 minutes.
All right. So we're gonna wrap this up. So you don't believe that you believe that morals were created to control people.
Yes.
I believe that too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that any religion owns morals because every religion is different. So how can you say that my God's right and your God's wrong?
I don't think anybody gets it right. I don't think any religion gets
morals
it right.
change from one place to another, one time to another.
And they do. And let's go back to the moral thing. Like, if you need something to keep your morals in check, if you need some outside source to keep your morals in check, that's very bad. Very, very, very bad. Because let's face facts, you're most likely not going to follow that
you're a
rule.
bad person, and more often than not. And we should probably like pre-watch videos to get so you understand more where I'm coming from. We kind of did this one like quick and off the cuff.
Oh, you mean part 3, 23, whatever number we are on now?
No, I'm saying with future videos.
Yes.
All right, so totally forgot where I was going with that.
I don't know. But yeah, I do believe it's created. But think about it, though. What I was saying was, if you were about to do something morally wrong, you feel it. You get, like, it bothers you.
And I mean, there's sociopaths
You know what I mean?
that don't have a moral
Oh,
compass.
yeah, but there are people all over the place there's things that are fucked up here, and that's, again, you can get into that for another time.
There's a whole generation of kids who are being brought up wrong, and they don't believe in doing for others because they've lived a selfish life.
Correct. And I will tell you right now, I'm guilty of that too. I let my kids get away with too much.
Which we'll definitely hit on in Origins of the Man Cold. If you haven't seen that one yet.
And anything
I would
else.
say link above, but we don't know how to do that yet.
Or you can give us some ideas of things to talk about, you know, when you decide to watch this video 5 years from now.
So, but, you know, you have a whole generation of kids that are growing up without the moral fortitude that prior generations did. All right? They're growing up to be selfish little fucking assholes. I hope you can say that on YouTube.
You can.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can swear.
So there's probably going to be a disclaimer on every video because I swear like a sailor. But a whole generation of selfish kids. But I don't think that even though they're selfish and they're all about themselves, I still don't think that they would kill. And I don't think that it's because of God, hell, or law.
Right.
Like we're eventually going to talk about outlawing, legalizing all drugs. So we talked a little bit on this.
Let's be clear. We both don't agree on
doing drugs.
Well, yeah, but we don't agree on every subject we bring up
No,
either.
certainly not. I mean, this is probably the most we've ever agreed.
This is true.
Yeah. So
Except for how
when
much
we
we
get
love each
to, so what we were talking about
We need.
drugs. Okay, so
Yeah.
my point I was getting at here was, if you legalize all drugs, I still wouldn't do drugs.
No, neither would I.
I mean, I've smoked pot
I never have
as a
done
kid, but I never did anything
I never
else
did
because my
anything.
brother did, and I didn't want to, and you didn't. What was your reason for not ever
I
doing it?
watched a lot of guys I grew up with and a family
Yeah,
member
so
go through
she
heavy
kinda
drug
had
use.
An inner city upbringing, like,
I did, kinda,
small
I did.
city.
It's not a small city.
I don't want to say the city, but it's not like New York.
Oh God, no,
No,
we're not like
it's
a
a-
metropolitan type
it's a
area. No,
medium-sized city, but
a lot of crime, whatever.
So
Very diverse.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do drugs. You wouldn't do drugs, even if it was legal tomorrow.
I don't even think I would have done drugs had
And I don't
that
think-
influence not been
And
there.
most people wouldn't, because it's not benefiting you. Just like killing your neighbor isn't going to benefit you.
Right.
It's even if killing your neighbor gets his land, you're not gonna kill him because everybody else in the community is gonna think you're a shithead.
But that shouldn't even be your motive. It
No,
shouldn't
it
be
shouldn't.
like the whole neighborhood's gonna hate me. It should be like this
Well,
is
you
wrong,
think that
and
that
I'm not
inherent,
going to do
I feel
this.
bad because I did something bad, and that is we
That's
all
where it should
carry
be.
that. But I mean, where
It
does
should
that come
be-
from? I don't believe that comes from God.
No, I think it comes from your upbringing. But I also
But hold
feel
on, I
like
don't
even
think
if
it-
your
but I don't-
upbringing sucked,
I don't think it's your upbringing, because all of those basic morals
I think
are
evolutionary. They're
you don't. It's as
inherited
simple
traits.
as you don't want to be murdered, so you don't
No.
murder others. You don't want to be cheated on, so you don't cheat on people.
I think it's very simple. If you don't want it done to you, then don't fucking do it to
Then
anybody else.
it's a moral. That's
Like-
why you don't need God and God's morals, because we have it. You know not to do something to somebody because you don't want it done to you.
But keep in mind, when we're talking about lower level morality here, like respect about cheating or backstabbing a coworker to get ahead and be more successful,
It's
and that
things
kind of
I
stuff,
wouldn't do.
things that I wouldn't do either, because to me it feels wrong. But people are selfish. People are innately selfish. And, do people have morals on all levels?
Yeah, but who are more selfish? Those who feel that they can do whatever they want because they go to church once a week, they can confess. I mean, look at suicide bombers. A suicide bomber thinks it's okay to kill others because he's doing it in the name of God. Because we're wrong, because we don't believe in what they believe in.
Right.
But to someone like me, those people are no different than the Christian counterparts or the Catholic counterparts or the Protestant counterparts or you can't say the Jewish counterparts, because I'm pretty sure the Jews have never mass murdered anybody. They're too used to having it done to them. You want to buy some shoes? I got a lot of leftovers from 1940s Poland.
And here come the death threats. Ladies and gentlemen, most of what comes out of his mouth is a complete joke, unless it has to do with how much he loves me.
All right. Well, we got about a minute left. I think we're about as far on this subject as we're going to get. Unfortunately, we didn't disagree as much as I hoped we would.
But we're going to shoot another video maybe after this one to upload in a couple weeks or a week.
Well, maybe we'll put part 1, 2, and 3 up right now, because these are our first videos, and we'll actually have something of a library. All right, YouTube. Boobs are great.
Penises are better. Have a good night. You can't turn it off.